One local fund is helping support and attract new businesses to Minot, helping the city grow. Minot's Magic Fund has helped nearly 250 businesses since taxpayers voted it in 1990.
Kiara Brown is telling us more about the businesses that have seen success and those that have been rejected and what the future looks like for the fund.
Nearly $7.8 million sit in the Magic Fund right now, all funded by 1% of taxpayers' sales tax spent in Minot, which has been put away to benefit businesses in our area. But there are stipulations to receiving the funds.
We want to put the money to work, but we also want to put it to work in a way that the community as a whole agrees is proper investment for economic development.
And Magic Fund entities recently awarded a business that they say is a prime example of a company that should be awarded Magic Fund money.
For example, there's a Bank of North Dakota program that we just supported an application for AGT Foods. Yes. And so that's a huge win. It has a maximum capacity of $260,000, and we recommended and it made it through all 3 steps. And so right now they're in the process of finalizing that agreement with the city.
They check many boxes of the requirements like expanding their business, great financial responsibility, and bringing benefits to the area and more. AGT Foods was awarded nearly $260,000 by the Minot City Council, the Minot Chamber EDC, and the Magic Fund Screening Committee. With that money, they have taken over the former Food Services of America facility and plan to extend its extrusion operations into the building.
So AGT is here, established, successful, growing. So the Magic Fund is a perfect tool to help AGT continue to grow here in Minot, as opposed to growing and deciding to relocate somewhere else and letting another community benefit from all that growth.
On the other hand, Trinity Hospital's request for $3 million towards their new emergency trauma center is more controversial. The City Council and Trinity health officials have gone back and forth deciding on stipulations to receive the Magic Fund money.
We still have not yet received any official communication from Trinity Hospital with regards to the action that the council took on the Magic Fund request. And so we're waiting for formal response from Trinity of whether or not they need the loan from the Magic Fund as the council outlined.
All entities involved in Magic Fund decision-making are currently laying out new guidelines for the Magic Fund.
So we're relooking at how do we put that money to work, but also as it gets put to work, how do we replenish that funding so it's there and available for future needs as well. And ultimately that's what we're trying to do with these Magic Fund guideline changes.
Stewart says the changes will be under guidelines, much like our state's legacy fund.
We'll pattern it somewhat similar to the Hub City funding that the state put in place with the legacy fund, where we've identified specific categories, and then the funding mechanism helps make sure that there's funding available for those categories, and then to rebuild that funding if it actually gets used and spent down.
City Council members have also decided not to replenish the Magic Fund in 2023 due to the lack of use in recent years. They will be putting the money that would normally be put back into the Magic Fund into finding signage and adding an economic development position within the city.
In 2023, the City Council allocated enough of that percentage that there wasn't anything left over to be contributed to the Magic Fund. I think the main reason that was done is because I think the council saw the same challenge and issue of we don't need to keep adding money to the Magic Fund if it just keeps growing and it's not being used.
With more investments in the last 5 years, the Magic Fund will continue to grow. However, all members involved do hope businesses in the city start taking full advantage of the money available to improve our area. For KX News, I'm Kiara Brown.
The new Magic Fund guidelines will be set by the end of December.